What's going on, guys? It's Jonathan, the spiritually awakened empath. This channel is devoted to helping individuals who are going through their healing process, helping individuals manifest and expand their consciousness, and much, much more. And today, I want to talk about what is active meditation. First, we're going to start off, I'm going to tell you exactly how I evolved to this active meditation. And I started like everyone else. When I had my spiritual awakening, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know anything about just simply being spiritual. To me, it was you're either attached to a certain religion or else you simply didn't believe in God, didn't believe in any of that. Okay? So when I had my awakening, I had a lot to learn. So I started with the traditional pose, sitting down, legs crossed, palm facing up, eyes closed. And some of the times it would be guided meditation. And other times it would simply just be sitting in my own thoughts, trying to be present as possible, sitting in my own thoughts. And this worked unbelievably. Like this is where I learned. I learned I was a light worker from my meditation. It's my higher self, my guides, and my angels that told me one day, you're a light worker. Same thing a little bit later on, maybe a month or two later on. I found out I was an empath. I didn't even know. I knew what being empathic towards others was, but I had no idea what being an empath really was. And then later on, I learned, okay, now I'm an energy healer. And then later on, I kept on getting visions or getting divine downloads like that, traditionally through this meditative state. But after a while, for me, it became too much of a chore to do this. Yeah, as I was doing these meditations on a daily basis, always using the exact same format. Like I say, after a while it became a chore where it made it extremely difficult to just sit, you know, not even my own thought, but just sit there and really not concentrate on anything and receive these divine downloads. And it's not to say that I quit completely, but then I started realizing that once in a while you have to take little breaks. Once in a while you take little breaks. It could be a couple days or maybe a week or two, and then you go back to it. But then I started to think, okay, they told me I was an energy healer. Even though I had no experience, I thought to myself, I've heard that it's possible for individuals to begin to heal themselves, you know? So I thought, okay, I'm going to try an energy healing session. So this time, what I end up doing is I end up laying down in my bed, and then I put on angel healing music, and I simply ask my angels to perform an energy healing session on me. And I'll admit the first, maybe not a dozen times, but the first, 4 or 5 times, I would always sit there because I think I watched a video I read somewhere that they said simply think of a number, or don't even think, whatever first number pops into your head, that's the amount of time that you lay down for it. And these worked absolutely wonderful. I still do energy healing sessions. Now it's about, let's say, about every 3 weeks or so. I basically now, everything that I do, I go from my heart space. I go on how does something feel. Like that's how I'm guided on my journey, is through my heart chakra. So I started doing these sessions, and they absolutely work wonderfully. Like my whole left side, I tore my left ankle. My knee was shot. I have tennis elbow. I tore my rotator cuff when I was younger, and it's, even though they healed, there's still residue pain. Once in a while I still do feel pain. So I figured I'm gonna start using these energy healing sessions and see how it works. And honestly, it hasn't cured it 100%, but it's helped relieve the pain so much. And not only that, during these energy healing sessions, I didn't know at first that I was able to use these to start healing past traumas, let's say, or regrets I had in life, mistakes I might have committed, heartbreaks I had. All of these tough life situations were beginning to get healed throughout these sessions. And these sessions, even now, okay, even now with the amounts of sessions that I do, it's still, I still go off a feeling, and there's still last minimum, let's say 35 minutes, because I'll admit it, sometimes that loving energy, just that amazing energy that comes in, I just want to stay in that state of being. So I've had sessions last up to an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, knowing full well that after 45 minutes I could have gotten up, but it's just they felt so wonderful. I just kept on wanting to get that amazing feeling. But then I started thinking, like, are those the only two ways you could possibly meditate? Like, what is meditation really? you know, because love going out into nature. And I started thinking, I'm like, hey, when I go out in nature, I ground myself, one, I receive this wonderful energy from the universe. I'm able to connect with my higher self and my angels. I'm living in the present moment. I relieve any type of anxiety, any of those negative emotions. And it started making me realize that you can actively meditate while doing anything, literally. It could be you're a biker and you enjoy biking. Yeah, you're concentrating on the road ahead, but at the same time, think about it. You're releasing all these negative thoughts, anything negative whenever you're exercising, you're releasing this, you're staying in the present moment, and then you can connect with your higher self and your guides at the exact same time. So, a lot of times, that's what I'll do. I'll go out in nature and take an hour and a half walk, and it feels just as wonderful as if I would sit there and meditate, the traditional way. And by doing this, I find that now I'm able to, in one form or another, I'm able to meditate every single day, and I don't see it as a chore. It's something that's enjoyable. It's something that I want to do. It's something that I enjoy so much that each and every single day, I I have to go out and either go for a walk or do a sitting meditation, or even by going to do exercise. You know, it's all in a state of being. It's all in the way that you are while you're doing something that pleasures you. So I want you to try that. Think of what gives you pleasure. Let's say you like doing gardening. That's something that's extremely therapeutic. Same thing. Think about what you truly enjoy, what you love doing, and how you can bring yourself in that present moment. You can ground yourself. You can start receiving the loving energy that's available around you at all times, and how you can connect with your angels and your guides. Like, obviously, if you're a psychic, like, I'll admit it. I I don't really see myself as a psychic. I do get visions once in a while, but it's not an area that I've really pushed. For me, it's been all about my heart chakra. It's all been about my empathic abilities and how I'm able to help others heal. That's been my journey. But if you're psychic, you can push that as far as you like. But I'll admit it, that will most likely have to be with your eyes closed, in the traditional sitting position. But if you just want to try this active meditation, try it out with whatever you enjoy doing and see how it can change your life. See what wonderful things can come of it. All right, that's the end of my video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button, subscribe. I also have a blog I'll post down below at jonathanbaudry.com blogs, where I post on daily with all sorts of tips and tricks with spirituality. All right, I love you guys. Namaste. You guys have an amazing day.